Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our webinar, One Platform for Integration, featuring Groupe Dynamite, which also operates the Garage banners. My name is Tanya Stockbridge. I'm the Vice President of Marketing for Tradestone, and I'll be your moderator for today's session. Now, before we get things started, just wanted to go over a few logistics. Please note that due to the large number of people we have on the call today, the audio is muted. And we are also recording today's session. A recorded copy will be made available to you upon request, and we'll also be uploading that to our website in the next few days. So keep an eye out for it. Just first wanted to give a little overview on Tradestone. Our vision has been the same since we were founded in 2003. Our goal is to enable the community of retailers, wholesalers, and their suppliers to unify the development, sourcing, and delivery of merchandise. We call this Merchandise Lifecycle Management, or MLM. 100% of our business is focused on the extended retail community. It's all we do. Tradestone has a broad global customer base. We work across all product categories. We support retailers, brands, sourcing agents, wholesalers, and suppliers. Additionally, beyond our platform customers, we have over 15,000 suppliers working with Tradestone. So this is just an example of some of our key customers. Now, I know the reason we're here today is to talk about integration. But before I turn it over to Groupe Dynamite, I just want to give a quick run-through of our integration approach. As you can see, we support more than 140 plus web services and have predefined XML/XSD for all transactions, including but not limited to the bullet points below, like libraries, tech pack, requests/quotes, purchase orders, packing lists, etc. Now, from an architecture standpoint, we integrate with different systems. We're very open, which means we're standard-based and can operate with any middleware, any language. Now, but that's enough from me. I'm going to go ahead and now turn it over to Katia Berlin, Director of Business Process and Sourcing Strategies at Groupe Dynamite. Katia joined Groupe Dynamite in late 2009 as Business Process Owner with the mandate of mapping and redefining the global sourcing and product lifecycle management process and implementing, wouldn't you know it, Tradestone. To date, the system is one of the most widely user-adopted at Groupe Dynamite, and more phases were added to the project as the business and requirements continue to grow. Katia will talk about their integration strategy and how they did this for real. So welcome, Katia, and we'll turn it over to you. This will officially now become the Katia Show.
Thank you. The Katia Show. I like the sound of it. I think I should start broadcasting on a radio show or something. So good morning, everybody. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Groupe Dynamite and Garage as well, and then describe a little bit of our evolution as far as system integrations, including Tradestone and the current project that we're working on, the new ERP integration, which plays a vital role to having Tradestone talk to the ERP system. So I'll go into that. I'd like to introduce you to our two muses. On the left, you have Rachel, who represents our Dynamite banner, and on the right, you have Alexia, who represents our Garage banner. So we go after two different target markets. One is the young career woman, somewhat a little sexy and edgy, and Alexia, who is the teenager. She's 15 years old and just likes to have fun and be fashionable. We've been around in Canada for the last close to 40 years, so since 1975. The business has grown substantially since 2002 when the current CEO took over and really led the business to grow. We are now in the U.S. We have about 40 stores in the U.S. currently. We're in the Middle East and all over South America as well, as we're expanding globally. To help our expansion, Tradestone was a vital piece of the puzzle, as well as the new ERP that we're going with currently as we speak. So I will hopefully, so today we'll talk a little bit about all the system integrations we've done. Not only have we successfully implemented Tradestone and had the users adopt it for the last 3.5 years, we've also connected multiple systems to Tradestone, including our freight forwarders, our custom brokers, our old legacy merchandising system, the new ERP system, as well as the financial system. So we have multiple systems all dealing and connecting with Tradestone, and Tradestone being the heart of the entire integration. We at Groupe Dynamite use Tradestone to create our style, so all our merchandise is created. We use the product lifecycle management tool. We use the sourcing. We create all our purchase orders. We do all our pattern and fit using Tradestone. We do our logistics, so all our purchase order and tracking and freight forwarder information, our container logging and tracking, all the way to even doing service invoice and commercial invoice in Tradestone. So we use pretty much the entire suite of the Tradestone software. Quick high level, I didn't want to go too technical, especially not being able to see anyone's face and put too much of a complex PowerPoint slide with lots of arrows. As explained, Tradestone is the heart, so all the designers start and create their styles, and our technical designers go in and sketch and attach those sketches into Tradestone. We create our bill of materials and our tech packs, our points of measurement. We create our sourcing bid lines and offer lines. We build the style up as the style evolves from a newly adopted style to a confirmed style, which we are going to create purchase orders. We are then feeding that into our RMS system, which is our new ERP, which they create the SKUs and send them back into Tradestone. Receipts are done in our brand new Manhattan scale system. The receipts are then sent to RMS, and RMS sends them back into Tradestone so that Tradestone is always fully updated. There are multiple queries that were built to support the business needs and the business up-to-date, last-minute information that they need to run the business. There's a lot more systems as well included in there. There's the Great Plains Microsoft Dynamics financial systems that allows us to create suppliers and push them into Tradestone. We will be feeding the purchase order and receipt information back into the Great Plains system so that we can do three-way matching. That, of course, will entail sending the commercial invoice and service invoice from Tradestone into the financial system as well. There's subsystems as well for planning and allocation, and all those are integrated in some way. And a lot of the style, the hierarchy, the fabric compositions, all that really stems from Tradestone that pushes that information, whether it's directly into other systems or via the RMS integration that we've built. Just to get a better feel for some people who are already accustomed to dealing with the some RMS features and some web services that Tradestone. So vanilla Tradestone allows to use basic web services that we use to post information and share information with other systems. So I've listed a bit of the web services that we've been able to use in order to send over style information, bid line information, purchase order information, and packing list information. Now, without all this vital information, RMS would not be able to then push all that information into all the other systems. So we're using RMS as the central repository for it to talk to all the other systems. Our launch date's August 1st. We are in UT. We've been working on this project for a year and a bit. It is a highly complex, multi-team, big project, and I think we will be one of the first in North America to have an online style and purchase order into Oracle Retail. So that's pretty exciting. Stressful, but exciting. The user-defined attributes has become a vital piece of information that we've needed to use in RMS, and we've used some fields in Tradestone, whether they are attribute fields or basic fields that we've needed in order to feed information, which will help our reporting as well as our custom reporting and our data warehouse that we're building in order to get information specifically. Being a garment industry, in the garment industry and fashion, we need a lot to do with fabrics and being able to analyze our fabrics, our content. As mentioned, and we are using the Great Plains financial system. So as part of the go live, instead of having Tradestone being the master supplier, we are switching that over to have Great Plains being the master supplier, and they will push into Tradestone all the suppliers. And finance, as everyone knows, likes to have the control, so they wanted to have control over the supplier masters. In return, Tradestone is feeding Great Plains with the commercial invoices and the service invoices. RMS is feeding the receipts in order for us to do three-way matching, which will help our accounts payable and accounting department as a whole. With the amount of POs and suppliers that we have, it's quite an endeavor to do that manually as we are currently today. Many things that we have interfaced are real-time, and some are batch. So some of the real-times are the style information, the purchase order information, the warehouse information, and the packing list information, all vital pieces of information that we need to have in every system as they occur, not needing to wait for a nightly process or a scripted batch to be able to run. The things that we don't need real-time information on, such as views, actual landed costs, PO receipts, commercial invoice, these are done either nightly or multiple times during the day via batch. So it was flexible. Tradestone was flexible enough to allow us to schedule how we wanted to interface and how we wanted to trigger the information. Look up the style, look up the history, the progression of when the style was created, when the tech pack was sent, when the bid lines were sent, what price we had negotiated, whether it was the first price or had we negotiated 2 or 3 rounds. The evolution of really the style from the beginning all the way till it is PO'd and received. And that really gave visibility to the entire business, not only from a sourcing perspective, but from a design, from a buying perspective, from even the visual teams who need to know what products are coming in the future, really having everyone centralized. As we opened our China office, our Shanghai office, Tradestone also allowed everyone to be looking at the same information, the same styles, the same purchase order history, the same supplier base, being able to track the ability that Tradestone gives you to create your own queries and build any type of information list that you can then export and create into a PDF or export and download into Excel, allows you to just be a bit more effective than the good old manual way. So Tradestone really allowed us to seamlessly share everything that the corporation was doing within the company. The user access role and the way you can define user roles allowed us to keep the security and enable us to not have anyone be able to just update any information. So each role coming from a design role to a traffic and logistics role to a finance role, going down to whether they have access to view, edit, write, at the header level, at the detail level. It was pretty flexible to allow and give the finance department the comfort zone that the system was secure, as well as the change tracking, which allowed us to find out a lot of mysteries that were happening, and we couldn't get to the bottom of some mysteries of things happening in the system and not knowing who had prompted some certain changes. So I think there's been a tremendous benefit with implementing Tradestone, and the benefit is continuing as we are integrating not only with the old merchandising system, which was limited in its capacity, being a 35-year-old system, to going to a best-of-breed Oracle retail and being able to use a bit more of the Tradestone functionality to feed that information into a system that's able to accept more fields than our old legacy was. So I think as a whole, Tradestone was definitely the foundation to allow us to get to this point. Had we not had that, the ERP implementation would be even bigger challenge than it already is.
Thank you, Katia. That was great, very insightful. So next steps, we are cognizant of everyone's time today, so if you have any questions on today's session, we encourage you to contact us at marketing@tradestonesoftware.com. We will be sure to answer your questions from our side and also forward along any answers from Katia as appropriate. We also encourage you to visit our website to learn more about our MLM solutions and keep an eye out for the recording of today's session to come in the next couple of days. You can also feel free to call or speak with someone directly, as well as follow us on our social channels on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Thank you all again for your time today, especially Katia for leading such a great session, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your week and weekend. This officially concludes the webinar. Thank you very much.